What's up, everybody? In today's episode, I am going to be reviewing the Rio roller skate. What's up, you guys? Welcome to Planet Roller Skate. I'm your host, Indy Jamma Jones, and today we are doing another roller skate review. I have been on one with these reviews. Like, I am buying every skate I possibly can to test out for you guys because it seems to be something that people really need. So I've been asking y'all which skate you want me to review most, and the Rio roller has been a question that I have gotten over and over again. Which makes me curious about this skate. And I'm especially curious about these because I got this email and they said, I thought you could help me with something I'm experiencing. I recently decided to get back into roller skating and I have a pair of Rio rollers. Since I'm a beginner again, I'm having great difficulty starting, and so I checked for instructors around my area in Paris. I found 2 places with roller lessons, but they both refuse users of Rio rollers, and none have answered my question as to why they do. So when skates don't actually roll, and when they don't work, and when they don't actually turn, and the trucks don't maneuver the correct way, it's really hard to learn how to skate. So I can totally understand why some roller skate instructors might not be willing to work with you if you have these, like fake skates. I'm trying to figure out if this is something that you can even learn on. Is it safe? Is it something that's going to work? And I'll tell you what, I can't tell how it's gonna go. This one's really up in the air for me. Like, there's a couple things about it that look a little bit like red flags, but then it also kind of looks solid. I really don't know how this review is gonna go. I want you guys to know that this is not sponsored by Rio. This is not sponsored by any other skate company. I bought these skates with my own money so that I can give you guys the most honest, unbiased review possible. Before we get going, if you are new here, please be sure to subscribe, especially if you are a new skater looking to learn how to skate or looking for product reviews like this. I'm trying to get to 300,000 subscribers. Help me reach my goal. I'll love you forever. All right, let's go ahead and get into the episode. Rio roller. I honestly do not know a ton about this company. I do know that it is out of the UK, so they're headquartered there and they design their skates there, but then the skates are actually manufactured in China, like a lot of things these days. So I don't have a ton of knowledge about this company to work off of. So I'm kind of judging them based on their homepage and the products that they have out there. And it seems like the product that they're making is definitely that lower quality, lower price point skate. I ordered from Roller Skate Nation. This is the skate I got. It's the Rio roller and it's the script model. It costs about $120 before tax, and then shipping was free. This is the box it comes in. And on the back here, it actually has some technical specification, some tech specs. That's a good sign. They're at least giving us some technical specs, unlike some of these other fake skate brands that are popping up that don't even tell you the hardness of the wheels. They at least understand some basic mechanics of a roller skate. So that's a good sign. They come in these plastic bags, and it also comes with a little instruction manual, safety information, skating tips. That's handy. Wheels, trucks, bearings. This is handy. This is a good little guide. So they're at least thinking of the basics. They're telling you how to skate. They're telling you how to make sure your skate is set up the right way. They're telling you about the parts of your skate, the anatomy. So that's another good sign. It's a big red flag to me whenever a skate doesn't have tech specs and also doesn't have any sort of instruction manual when you get it, or any sort of safety information. All skates should come with a basic instruction manual. So again, that's a good sign. All right, so when I pick this up and take a look at it, the first thing that comes to mind is that it feels cheap. I'm not gonna lie, it feels plastic. It feels plastic, very plastic. The boot has some padding, but it seems like really stiff vinyl, and the padding doesn't really seem like it's gonna do much in there. It's kind of thin and flimsy. The boot is pretty stiff, but it's that kind of stiff that feels like it's not going to be very forgiving. It might be kind of painful. It might cause blisters. I'm just you know, saying based on first impression. Of course, you don't really know until you try it. Could be surprised. So the toe stop is pretty similar to the Kaya skates that I just tested. It's a bolt-on toe stop, which means you can't really adjust the height. It seems like it's okay material though. It's not real rubber, but you can always replace the toe stop for only like 8 to 12 bucks. So the plate, as you can see, is nylon, which it's okay if the plate is a plastic material. It's the trucks that you really want to watch out for. So this does have metal trucks. That's a good sign. If a skate ever has plastic trucks, that's a big red flag, because a lot of the times the plastic trucks do not support the actual skating and they're very dangerous. Okay, so the wheels, they feel very plasticky, I'm not gonna lie. I guess I'll just have to skate on them to see. And let's check out the spin. It's okay, it's not great, but a lot of times after you skate on wheels for a second, the bearings will loosen up, they'll get lubricated, and they'll spin way better. So we'll do another spin test after I skate in these for a second. The bushings also feel like hard plastic. They don't really feel like rubber. So definitely the materials are kind of lacking a bit. Like you know that they use lower quality materials, but of course that's to be expected. All right, so I am a US women's 8 in street shoes, and I ordered, this is a US ladies size 8 to 8.5. It's a UK size 5 and a EU size 38. So let's get my foot in it and see how it goes. Welcome to my super messy skate van. So I'm gonna tell y'all now, like even as I'm lacing up this skate, this boot feels like that kind of stiff vinyl that's gonna be painful. Like it feels like the kind that's gonna cut into my ankle. Oh man, I was not expecting it to be this hot today. My mustache is sweating. Okay, here we go, putting her on. All right, so first impression before I even lace it is that it fits lengthwise, but my pinky toe, it's very narrow at the top. Like I don't have wide feet, I have very average feet, and it feels like this whole half of my foot is being smushed in right now. So I'm gonna tighten it. Okay, so you are going to have to be a skater with narrow feet for these to work. It's already kind of painful. Let me get the other one on and then we will make a real assessment. I have both of my Real Roller Script skate on. Both of my feet are squeezed a lot from the ball of my foot to my pinky toe. It feels like it's being squished. So I'm gonna give it an actual roll and see how it feels. Let's go. Okay, so here we go. These are my actual first push-offs. Ooh, okay, these trucks are very squirrely. Like this, oh my gosh, look. I'm not even turning and I'm being pulled completely sideways. Okay, y'all gotta watch this. I'm gonna put the camera down. Oh my God. Okay, so that was wild. I just skated as straight as I could towards the camera and then relaxed, and it literally made me do like a turn, like a sharp turn, not even a gradual one. So that's not good. It could just be that the trucks are a little wonky though, so I'm still gonna give them a chance. I always like to give skates a chance, you know? So I'm going to play with the trucks a bit and see if I can adjust them so that they're not so squirrely. When I say squirrely, it feels like I can't control them. You know, the skate just does whatever it wants under my foot. So it could be because of the trucks. I'm gonna adjust them and then we'll see how they do. I played with the trucks some. I actually loosened them, and then depending on how wobbly they are, I'm going to tighten them up. So let's just skate around and feel it out. Okay, so they're still pulling. I'll adjust some more. Okay, so you can see now I've revealed some of the threads of the kingpin, same as that one. It's not so loose now. So hopefully I'll have a bit of control and it won't pull too bad. Let's see. Now it feels like they're pulling even harder. Watch this. Straight at you, relax. Okay, so that pulled me pretty sharp and fast. So let me try loosening them even more. Maybe that will help. Here's where they are now. As you can see, the nuts are all the way at the end of the kingpin. You can see they're like really kind of flopping around in there. I'm like, yeah, when I shake my foot, you can hear these pieces kind of moving around, which doesn't seem very safe to me, but I'm just gonna give it a try just for the sake of experiment. Okay, so this is very frustrating. I've been playing with these trucks for a good 15 minutes now. I've tightened them all the way down. I've loosened them all the way up. I have toyed with having one tighter and one looser, and it's still just not working. Like, when they're really tight, they pull even harder to the right, which is really strange. Like, I've felt skates pull one way or the other before, but never this strong and never in a way that like it couldn't be adjusted. So I'm kind of wondering, like, the bushings feel really cheap. It could be the bushings. It could just be that like mechanically they're not there. I don't know, like the parts, like the trucks look good, the plate looks good, but something isn't lining up in the right way for this skate to actually roll straight, and that's a real bummer. So when I loosened it, like, it became super wobbly. Like, I could steer it and control it a little bit more, but it also just felt like it was like my skate was like I could roll, but I don't feel in control of what my feet are doing. Like, look at this. This skate that's mostly pulling me to the right. But when I get going fast, watch this. Like, look at how wobbly that one is. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's hard for me to keep control of it rolling straight. You can even hear the little, yeah. See, look at how, like, it's squirrely. It's like, wah, wah, wah. This one's a bit more solid, but this one's not pulling, so it's okay that it's tighter. So I'm gonna try one more time, you guys. I really wanna give this a chance. I'm gonna tighten this one more time, make it a little tighter, and see if I can get it to the perfect point to where it's not squirrely and it's not pulling to the side. Last try. As you can see from that last clip, it still pulls a little bit, but not so bad. But if you couldn't tell through that whole process, like, you kind of have to have some knowledge about what a skate should feel like in order to make these work. And if you're buying a $99 pair of skates, I would hope it's like your first pair, and you might not know what it should actually feel like. So I don't know how you would be expected to adjust it to feel best. I don't know. Something to keep in mind. Okay, for the sake of being thorough, let's do a toe stop test and a sprinting test. So I'm going to skate as fast as I can down to the end and back. And when I get back, I'm going to stop as hard as I can at full speed. Let's go. Okay, that kind of worked. When I went really fast, I had pretty good control. It got a little wobbly. They feel too unstable to take to the skate park. Like, I'm not even going to test these at the skate park. Definitely too sketchy. The toe stops performed as expected from that plastic urethane-y bolt-on toe stop. It's just kind of the regular cheap toe stop that's on a bunch of these skates. Nothing great, but I can at least actually stop with it, so that's better than some. The boots are very uncomfortable. So that's the number one thing, is if you are a person with wide feet, do not get these. If you're a person with even average feet, you might not want to get these. Like, there's a bunch of pressure on my toe right now on both sides, and it's pretty uncomfortable. It has gotten a little bit better since I've been wearing them. So if you already have these skates, or maybe you just really think this is the only option for you, it probably is possible to put a blow dryer on them, stretch them out a bit, make it a tiny bit more comfortable. But just first impressions is like, it's too narrow. It's too narrow for my preference. One thing that is good about these is the front to back balance. Like, I feel very stable. Sometimes when I put on skates, the wheelbase is like too short, so the wheels are close together, and it makes it feel like you could slip forwards or backwards pretty easy, but it feels like the wheel is under the correct spots on my foot, so that the balance feels pretty good, pretty natural. I'm not having to like catch myself from falling backwards or anything. So hey, that's good at least. Now that the trucks are adjusted, they don't feel too bad. They're still a little squirrely. It's just kind of hard to like get them to go exactly where you want to go. So as a new skater, like, it might make you think that you're doing something wrong. Like, you might put them on your feet and it might feel like they're not working, you know? And I don't want you to think that. But with that being said, I'm gonna have to say it's not impossible to learn on these. It's not impossible, but I still wouldn't necessarily recommend it. Like, there's better options. That's all I gotta say. Let's check out how long the bearing rolls. Ready? Oh, well, I take that back. The bearings kind of suck. I don't know, y'all. As you can see, I'm skating on them like nothing's impossible, but they're not good. They're not good. I don't know how durable they'll be. I don't know how long they'll last. They feel pretty cheap. They feel painful. That bearing didn't even roll that long. I don't like them. I'm not a fan. I don't recommend these to beginners. If you already have them, keep working with them. Not impossible. But don't be afraid to really toy around and play with the different parts and change them up to make them work for you. Because if you're struggling on these skates, it might be because of the quality of the skate and not your own abilities. So keep that in mind. So as far as roller skate instructors saying that you can't have these skates, like that one email I got, I totally understand that, but they're not as bad as like those pink Big 5 skates. Like, if you watch the video of me wearing those Chicago skates, I'll link that right here, those skates were awful. And people used to show up to my skate classes all the time with these $40 skates, and they literally didn't roll. Like, they couldn't like step and push and roll. So they had to go like this. It's pretty funny, actually. So when people showed up to skate class with those Big 5 skates and they were just like, I had to be like, hey, I'm sure it's tough to hear that you need to get new skates, but those are not going to work. So I understand why instructors have rules about like, I'll only teach you if you have a certain quality level of skate. The Rio Rollers script that I have on my foot right now is between those. It's between not really functioning and like a Candy Girl. Like, a Candy Girl is a better option, hands down. The quality of the Candy Girl skate was way better than this. If somebody showed up to my skate class with these, I wouldn't not teach them. I would be like, yes, it's possible, go for it. But I also understand why some instructors would prefer that you have a better quality skate, because these could really mess you up. So it's a fine line. Like, would I say these aren't safe? I think they're safe enough to play around in. Would I say that you'll be able to progress in them? If you really tinker and change parts, it's possible, but it's a big question mark. So if you guys have these skates, let me know in the comments below what you think about them, if you love them, if you hate them, would you get them again, would you recommend them to a friend? If you know anything else about this company, share the information. We would love to hear your experiences with Rio Rollers. Let's make it a wealth of information down in the comments. Share everything you know so that other people can make informed decisions. Really appreciate you guys. Look, my friends are here. Hey, wait, can I come? I think they're coming for me. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Planet Roller Skate, and until next time, later skaters.